to light the candle. One else. Thank you. The last candle. Yes, please. Please be seated. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Dear spiritual friends, before we start our meditation, let us do our regular chanting. Please turn to page number 5 of your chanting book. Salutation to the Buddha.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa.
The three refuges. Buddham saranam gacchami, Dhammam saranam gacchami, Sangham saranam gacchami. Dutiyampi Buddham saranam gacchami, Dutiyampi Dhammam saranam gacchami, Dutiyampi Sangham saranam gacchami, Tatiyampi Buddham saranam gacchami, Tatiyampi Dhammam saranam gacchami, Tatiyampi Sangham saranam gacchami. Next page. 5 precepts.
පානාතිපාතා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි අදින්නාදානා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි කාමේසු මිච්ඡාචාරා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි මුසාවාදා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි සුරාමේරය මංජ පමාදට්ඨානා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි.
Affirmative vows based on 5 precepts. Being aware of the suffering caused by the destruction of life, I vow to cultivate compassion and learn ways to protect the lives of all living beings. Being aware of the suffering caused by exploitation, stealing, and oppression, I vow to respect the property of others and to practice generosity by sharing my time, energy, and material resources with those who are in real need. Being aware of the suffering caused by sexual misconduct, I vow to respect my commitments and those of others. I am determined not to engage in relations without love and long-term commitment. Being aware that words can create suffering, I vow to learn to speak truthfully and develop peaceful, kind, and meaningful speech. Being aware of the suffering that an intoxicated and agitated mind can produce, I vow to develop mindfulness and heedfulness. Next page. Homage to the Buddha.
ඉතිපිසෝ භගවා අරහං සම්මා සම්බුද්ධෝ විඤ්ඤාචරණ සම්පන්නෝ සුගතෝ ලෝකවිදු අනුත්තරෝ පුරිස ධම්මසාරති සන්තාදේව මනුස්සානං බුද්ධෝ භගවාති.
Homage to the Dhamma.
ස්වාක්ඛාතෝ භගවතා ධම්මෝ සම්දිට්ඨිකෝ අකාලිකෝ ඒහි පස්සිකෝ ඕපනයිකෝ පංචත්තං වේදිතම්බෝ විඤ්ඤුහිති.
Homage to the Sangha.
සුපටිපන්නෝ භගවතෝ සාවක සංඝෝ උජුපටිපන්නෝ භගවතෝ සාවක සංඝෝ ඥායපටිපන්නෝ භගවතෝ සාවක සංඝෝ සාමීචි පටිපන්නෝ භගවතෝ සාවක සංඝෝ යදිදං චත්තාරි පුරිස යුගානි අට්ඨ පුරිස පුංගලා ඒස භගවතෝ සාවක සංඝෝ ආහුනේයෝ පාහුනේයෝ දක්ඛිනේයෝ අංජලි කරණීයෝ අනුත්තරං පුඤ්ඤක්ඛෙත්තං ලෝකස්සාති. සාදු සාදු සාදු.
Next page. Offerings. Offering of light.
ඝනසාරම්පදිත්තේන දීපේන තමදංසිනා තිලෝක දීපං සම්බුද්ධං පූජයාමි තමෝනුදං.
Offering of incense.
ගන්ධ සම්භාරයුත්තේන ධූපේනාං සුගන්ධිනා පූජයේ පූජනීයං තං පූජා භාජන මුත්තමං.
Offering of flowers.
වන්න ගන්ධ ගුණෝපේතං ඒතං කුසුම සන්තතින් පූජයාමි මුලින්දස්ස සිරිපාද සරෝරුහේ පූජේමි බුද්ධං කුසුමේන නේන පුඤ්ඤේන ඒතේන ලබාමි මොක්ඛං උම්පං නිලායාති යථා ඉදං මේ කායෝ තථායාති විනාශ භාවං.
Offering of water.
අදිවාසීතුනු භන්තේ පානීයං පරිකම්පිතං අනුකම්පං උපාදාය පටිගන්හාතු උත්තම.
Offering of drinks.
අදිවාසීතුනු භන්තේ ගිලාන පංචයං ඉමං අනුකම්පං උපාදාය පටිගන්හාතු උත්තම.
Worship of shrines.
වන්දාමි ජේතියං සම්බං සම්බඨානේ සුපතිට්ඨිතං සාරීරික ධාතු මහා බෝධිං බුද්ධ රූපං සකලං සදා.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Next page. Wish of well-being. Icheva
නමස්ස නමස්ස මානෝ රතනත්ත පුඤ්ඤාභි සන් චූලං අලන්තං තංසානුභාවේන හතන්ත
Reflections on the teaching of the Buddha in English. Mind is the forerunner of all experiences. Mind is chief. Mind made Adi. If one is so acts with an impure mind, suffering follows like the wheel that follows the foot of the ox. Mind is the forerunner of all experiences. Mind is chief. Mind made Adi. If one is so acts with the pure mind, happiness follows like one's own shadow that never leaves. Generosity, kind words, benevolent actions towards others, and equanimity towards all beings and all things. These bonds of sympathy function in the world like linking in a moving cart. One by one, little by little, moment by moment, wise people should remove their impurities as a smith removes the dross from silver. For one who mindfully develops boundless loving kindness, mental defilements are weakened and the freedom from clinging is seen. All conditioned things are impermanent. When one sees this with wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. All conditioned things are unsatisfactory. When one sees this with wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. All things are not self. When one sees this with wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. Excellent, excellent, excellent.
Good evening, all our spiritual friends. We welcome all our friends for our Wednesday meditation today. So let's have this practice together. Before we start the meditation, just we did our chanting, our regular chanting. And now, first you can appreciate yourself, appreciate the decision that you have made to come to this center even today. To have this spiritual time with all together. So take a moment to deeply rejoice yourself. Appreciate the decision that you have made to spend these few minutes practicing this meditation today. Deeply appreciating yourself. Let's together make a determination. The determination is that I will engage in a committed practice. I will make use of this wholesome guidance, this wholesome wisdom gathering, I'll engage in a committed practice wholeheartedly. Make that determination now. With that determination, listen to the sound of the bell and the chant. The sound of the bell and the chant will help you to settle your mind, to gather your attention into this present moment until the very end of the sound of the bell and the chant. Be with the sounds. Namo Buddhaya. It means pay homage to the Buddha. listen to your mind. You can still hear the sound of chanting Namo Buddhaya resounding in your mind. You just paid homage to the Buddha. You are in front of the Buddha. Everything is peaceful, quiet, and calm. Helpful for our meditation. Just be relaxed. You are in a comfortable meditative posture, keeping your upper body upright, keeping your chin somewhat parallel to the floor. You are keeping your both eyes closed gently. Both palms are resting on your lap. Take a moment to feel how you are keeping your body. Feel the entire body, from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, from the tips of your toes to the tips of your fingers. Feel the entire body and relax. Feel each and every parts of the body. Feel your feet, lower legs, upper legs, back muscles, belly muscles. You can feel how the muscles are pressed where your body meets the cushion or the chair. Feel that pressing sensation and be with your body. You can feel the clothes that you are wearing. How they are touching your body. Feel that touching sensation of the clothes. Feel your chest area and both shoulders and relax. Take a deep breath slowly and slowly breathe out. Feel the relaxation in your upper body while you are breathing out. Take another slow breath and hold it for a while. Slowly and slowly breathe out. Release your air from nostrils. Relax your body. Relax your body. Relax your body. Feel your upper arms, lower arms, palms, fingers and fingertips. Feel any warm sensation in between your fingers, the way you are keeping your fingers and palms, you can feel how the fingers are touching each other. Feel your neck area. You are keeping your neck straight. You can feel the weight of the head on your neck. Feel your facial muscles and relax. Just invite a gentle smile into your face and feel how the facial muscles are relaxing. Feel the forehead and the top of your head. And relax your body. Relax your body. Relax your body. You have a relaxed body. You are in a relaxed posture. Now you can find out your mind. Observe your present mind. Find where is your mind right now. And observe what is really happening in your mind right in this moment. What is going on in your mind? The thoughts, various types of thoughts are popping up in your mind one after the other. Observe all these thoughts and mindfully notice them. You may have pleasant thoughts and unpleasant thoughts as well occurring in your mind. Some thoughts are wholesome, some thoughts are unwholesome. No matter what they are, let them occur. Mindfully observe and notice all the thoughts. Some thoughts are related to past. Some thoughts are related to future. Some thoughts are related to present. That is how your mind functions, and thoughts occur in your mind. Observing and noticing the thoughts, you understand how your mind functions. How thoughts occur in your mind. What kind of thoughts are occurring in your mind? With this understanding, of the mind. Now you can generate whatever wholesome thought that you wish to cultivate in your mind purposefully. Instead of these random thoughts, now you can generate wholesome thoughts in your mind. In this meditation, we are generating the thoughts of loving kindness, loving friendliness, the universal friendliness, loving kindness. What a beautiful thought. You are cultivating the unconditional love to all beings without exception, to everyone else. To cultivate this boundless loving kindness, you have the capacity in your mind. You have that potential within yourself. So let's together cultivate loving kindness. The guidance will help you. Repeat the guidance in your mind and generate loving kindness, starting from yourself. Think about yourself, the person sitting right here, this being. Think about your life, your body, your mind. Extend the wishes of loving kindness towards yourself. Mentally repeat the guidance and cultivate the thoughts of loving kindness. Be with the guidance. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. Be peaceful. Be peaceful. May I be safe. Be healthy. Be healed. Be healed. Be healed. May my mind be well. Be healthy. Be healed. Be peaceful. Be peaceful. Be peaceful. May I have a happy mind. May I have a happy mind. May I have a happy mind. Radiate loving kindness more and more, and radiate throughout your body, wishing a healthy body. Fill your body with loving kindness. May my body be healthy, be healthy, be healed, be healed, be healed. Radiate loving kindness into each and every parts of the body. Starting from the skin, radiate loving kindness to internal organ, the internal functions and the organs, all the systems of your body. May the skin of my body be healthy, be healthy, be healed, be healed, be healed. Penetrate in the skin, radiate loving kindness into the muscles and all the bones of the body. May the muscles and the bones of my body be healthy, be healthy, be healed, be healed, be healed. Radiate loving kindness into all the internal functions of the body, into all the systems of your body. Even in this moment, they are functioning for you to maintain your healthy life. Deeply appreciate that support. Appreciating radiate loving kindness into all the systems. Feel the respiratory system, the vital function of the body, cardiovascular system, cardiac muscles, the digestive system, the genitourinary system, the central nervous system, peripheral nervous system, the immune system, the brain, all the sensory organs, eyes, ears, nose, and tongue. They are functioning for you. Deeply appreciating that support, fill your body with loving kindness. May my body be healthy, be healthy, be healed, be healed, be healed. May all the systems, internal organs, and the functions of the body be healed, be healed, be healed. May I have a healthy body. May I have a healthy body. May I have a healthy body. Observe your mind. Your mind is relaxed, peaceful. It's full of loving kindness. Now you can expand your loving kindness beyond yourself. The loving kindness you are generating is boundless, no limits. Extend the same wishes of loving kindness, likewise you made for yourself, to all other beings without exception, to everyone else. Let's start from here. Let's share our loving kindness with these friends who are practicing this meditation with you, who are sitting around you. Make your genuine wishes of loving kindness for them. May all these spiritual friends, including these monks who are practicing this meditation with me, be well, be happy, be peaceful, be peaceful, be peaceful. May all these friends be safe, be healthy, be healed, be healed, be healed. Let's expand our loving kindness beyond this room. You can think about the beloved ones in your life, your family members, relatives, friends, neighbors, co-workers, anyone else in your life. Think about them and extend the same wishes for them. May all of them be well, be happy, be peaceful, be peaceful, be peaceful. Let's expand our loving kindness beyond the circle of the beloved ones. There are no limits, no boundaries for your loving kindness. Now you can extend the wishes of your loving kindness to all beings, not only for human beings, to all other beings, to all the animals, to all the other creatures, living near or far away places, visible or invisible, large ones, tiny ones, sitting right here, expand little by little. Extend your wishes of loving kindness to all beings living in this neighborhood, in neighboring neighborhoods, in this city, in neighboring cities, in this country, in this world, in this universe. There are so many beings who are suffering due to many conditions, having troubles in their lives, facing so many difficulties in their life, even in this moment. Make your genuine wish for them to be happy. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. Be peaceful. Be peaceful. May all beings be safe. Be healthy. Be healed. Be healed. Be healed. Extend your loving kindness into every direction, into the direction of the front, back, left, right, above and below. May all beings living in every direction be well, be happy, be peaceful, be peaceful, be peaceful. May all beings have happy minds. May all beings have happy minds. May all beings have happy minds. Repeat it in your mind. May all beings have happy minds. May all beings have happy minds. May all beings have happy minds. I will chant the same in Pali. Listening to the chanting, cultivate loving kindness. Repeating the praise, may all beings have happy minds. Sabhi Santa Bhavantu Sukhi Tanta Sabbi Santa Bhavantu Sukhi Tanta Sabbi Santa Bhavantu Sukhi tattva. May all beings have happy minds. May all beings have happy minds. May all beings have happy minds. Observe your mind. Your mind is peaceful. You are also relaxed. Now, with your peaceful mind and with your relaxed body, gently move your attention into your breath. To practice breathing meditation as a silent meditation, as a preparation, if you have changed your body, keep your upper body upright and take a deep breath slowly. Slowly breathe out while feeling the area in between your upper lip and nostrils. Try to keep your awareness in between your upper lip and nostrils. You can feel your in breath and out breath very easily there. And acknowledge any other feelings, other sensations in your body while you are breathing in or breathing out. Take few more deep breaths and then come back to your natural breath. Mindfully breathe in and mindfully breathe out until you hear the sound of the bell. Be with the breath. You are in the last few minutes in your meditation. In these last few minutes, make your full effort to be with the breath. Mindfully breathe in, mindfully breathe out. Dukkhappattāca Niddukkha Bhayappattāca Nibbhaya Sokappattāca Nissukha Hontu sabbepi Paninu. May all those who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are in fear be free from fear. May all those who are grieving be free from grief. May all beings be well and happy. Gently come out of the meditation and gently put your palms together and place them against your chest. Let's take a moment to feel grateful for this opportunity to have this peaceful meditation in our life. And let's deeply feel grateful to all the enlightened masters and the teachers in the past who transmitted this practice, this wisdom, this teaching from generation to generation. And also you can appreciate the guidance and the instructions you received the meditation today. And also you can deeply appreciate the support you received to practice this meditation peacefully, and who clean this place for you, who are taking care of this center for you. Let's deeply feel grateful for them. And also these non-living things we are using for our meditation. Let's deeply appreciate that support. The cushion you are sitting on, the chair you are sitting on, this bell, the device which helped to connect to this meditation today. Deeply feeling gratitude and appreciating the support. To conclude our meditation, let's say Sadhu 3 times together. Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. Okay. Good morning, Bhante.
Good evening to everyone. Can you hear me well?
Sorry. Yes, Bhante. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. Bhante, I may also need to share the screen later.
Okay, Bhante. So before our discussion, Bhante, yeah, we are reading the English translation of the 3 verses, right? The first verses.
Yes. Yeah. First of all, Bhante, I would like to see how beautiful it is, the shrine today with the 2 Christmas trees in both sides. And I miss that place. So nice to see that, and also very nice to see all our friends. And I was just thinking about today happened to be the Christmas Eve. So many things are happening. I really appreciate everyone's participation today. Yes, thank you. Yeah, so I'm joining you from Malaysia. Actually, after I came to Sri Lanka, I had to make a quick trip to Malaysia to help with the novitiate program. They have a tradition of people becoming monks for temporary. So there were people who have become monks for 10 days. So I came to teach them. But I'll return tonight later. Yes, Bhante. So I'm glad to join you from here. It's early in the morning. It is not really early. Actually, it's 9 plus in the morning. And today's Thursday here. We are still, so it's already Christmas for us. Yeah. Okay, Bhante. Yes, Bhante, we will continue our discussion. So we will read the first 3 verses in English, right?
Yeah. Yes, please take our chanting book and turn to page 16. Our discussion is going on this discourse, so we are just reading only the first 3 verses, the English translation. Let's read together. He who is skilled in working out one's well-being and who wishes to attain that state of peace should act thus. He should be adroit, straight, upright, obedient, gentle, and humble. He should be contented, easily supportable, with but few responsibilities, of simple livelihood, controlled in his senses, prudent, courteous, and not hanker after association with families. Let him not perform the slightest wrong for which wise men may rebuke him. Let him think, may all beings be happy and safe. May all they have happy minds.
Yes, Bante. So we have covered number of qualities in that
Yes.
list.
Yes, Bante, yeah.
And today we are in the quality called prudent. It is translated as prudent.
Yeah.
So the Pali term is nipako. It's a very important term, nipako. It's related to wisdom, related to prudence and shrewdness sometimes. So it is given as a very important quality that will support our loving kindness. And truly, in order for us to maintain our loving kindness, we really need to have some kind of prudence, some kind of a discernment, some kind of it's an interesting combination between loving kindness and wisdom. But today, because it's a Christmas Eve, before I go into discuss the term nipako or prudence, I would like to spend some time in contemplating the message of love of Jesus Christ and also the Buddha. I think when you think about these two spiritual traditions, the Christianity and Buddhism, one of the key messages of these two traditions is love and loving kindness. And of course we are discussing loving kindness discourse of the Buddha. I think I would say that in Buddhism, of course, message of loving kindness or compassion is part of it, but Buddhism is more towards wisdom. But I think Christianity is all about love. So I think Christianity emphasizes more on love, and Buddhism emphasizes more on wisdom and compassion. Because within Buddhism, the distinction is not necessarily evil and good, but mainly is about wisdom and ignorance. And whatever unwholesome or let's say called evil is seen in Buddhism as being ignorant. And so therefore the aim of Buddhism is mainly to develop wisdom, and result would be compassion and loving kindness. That is why even today this quality that we are discussing today is nipako, which is something to do with wise choice. But anyway, I would like to show you but when it comes to Christianity, I think the message of Jesus Christ, whenever we read the Bible throughout the pages, the repetitive reiteration of the message of love comes. So I would like to share my screen with you and give you some let's say some basic just to reflect for us. I think maybe so we can say the message of love of the Buddha and Jesus Christ. For example, I think you may have all are familiar with this important message when Jesus Christ said that I give you a new commandment in addition to 10 commandments. This is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you. No one has greater love than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. So here we can see the message of love, and also saying that if someone can risk one's own life for the benefit of one's friends or others, and that will be the greatest form of love. So when you read that, if you take your Loving Kindness Sutra, and if you go a little bit further down, you will find this verse from the Buddha. Just as a mother would protect her only child at the risk of her own life, even so cultivate a boundless heart towards all beings. Let your thoughts of boundless love pervade the whole world. So in the very sutta that we are studying, we have this, teaching that we should think about how a mother would risk her own life for the sake of one's child, and that is the ideal form of love that we should aim at cultivating towards all living beings, which is such a big, not an easy thing, big demand. So we can see how similar these messages are. So it's something for us to reflect today, especially on the Christmas Eve, and to use these teachings as encouragement, as inspiration for us to continue our spiritual path. And then I would like to show you another one. This is interesting book. If you can find, you can read it by Bhantes Dhammika. And here we can say, I think this is one of the most famous statement by Jesus Christ, right, in the Bible. If anyone is strike you on the cheek, offer the other also, which is not an easy thing to practice. But I found interesting, teaching of the Buddha, which gives a similar kind of message. If anyone should give you a blow with his hand, with a stick, or with a knife, you should train like this. My mind will not degenerate. I will blurt out no bad words. I will remain with a mind of loving kindness and no inner hate. And this is in the discourse called Kakachupama Sutta in the Middle Lane Discourses. I think both the spiritual traditions are, giving us such a high ideal to follow. But I think, as practitioners, we will try to, develop our love to this point. Using these examples, these teachings as like a stars, North Star, and as a guidance, and then daily cultivate this kind of, love, which is not easy, which is challenging, and we are going to discuss today how we can, use our wisdom to develop this cultivation. And anyone would like to have any thoughts of seeing these two similar teachings of the Buddha and the Jesus Christ? Anyone would like to comment or ask any questions? Okay. So I'm glad that today you came to do loving kindness meditation, the most appropriate thing to do in the Christmas Eve. Right? Yeah. Okay, so let's go to the discussion today. And of course, in order to practice or maintain this kind of loving kindness, it requires a lot of commitment, a lot of practice, and of course, no one is able to maintain this kind of loving kindness at once. I think the important question we have to ask is that, okay, these are the way we are supposed to behave, but the important question we have to ask, how we can cultivate such a mind, how we can cultivate such a love, and what are the techniques. And this is the important, and because without knowing the techniques, it will be very difficult and challenging for anyone to maintain this kind of love. So I think in the loving kindness discourse that we are studying, we find different kinds of supportive qualities which will help us to practice that level of love. So let us now move to our quality today that we are going to discuss. That is Nipako. So the Nipako is the Pali term. So the prudent, we can translate this term in different ways: prudent, wise, judicious, discreet, and even in some cases tactful. So prudence is an important quality when we really live our life, our normal life. In order for us to be really loving and kind, sometimes we cannot be really gullible. We cannot simply expect that everything will support us, to maintain such a love. We really have to make, good, judicious choices in order to maintain this loving kindness. And it's actually, we know that, that maintaining loving kindness in daily life is challenging. Here, what we call loving, whenever we meet different people, challenging situations, and sometimes, people are not always wise or skillful. They can be selfish. They can have their own personal agendas. They may try to misuse us. They may try to take advantages from us, and they will, behave selfishly. So it's not easy to maintain loving kindness in daily life. So that is why. And the second one is actually there are two levels of loving kindness that we, we practice. One is with our interaction, with our verbal and physical instruction, maintaining that loving kindness attitude. But Buddha also talked about more the form of loving kindness, the form of mental freedom, form of mental calmness we develop as a result of practicing loving kindness. So the two levels of loving kindness. One is the loving kindness that we express through our verbal and physical behaviors. The other one is the more of a collectedness of the mind as a result of loving kindness meditation. For example, today, after we practice loving kindness meditation, the repeated generation of loving kindness thoughts and wishes creates a mindset that is free from any inner conflicts, that is free from any tensions, such a spacious, calm state of the mind. We call it Cheto Vimukta, or freedom of mind. It's not easy to maintain such a mind, such a mental state of the mind. So that is why the term, the quality Nipoko is given by the Buddha, particularly for serious practitioners, to be judicious or discreetful in choosing the environment, in choosing, our company, our association, that will support this kind of loving kindness. So the two levels of loving kindness, how we can maintain. It's not easy. So in order to maintain that, we need to be prudent in creating an environment in which loving kindness can flourish. So we need to be like prudent and maybe wise in creating the environment in our life, in our workplace, at our home, in our local community. We have to be a little bit prudent and wise to create an environment that loving kindness can flourish in our heart. It's not going to be easy. It's not, not everyone is going to support us, but we need to be prudent in creating such an environment. So actually, the one very simple translation of the Nipoko would be practical wisdom. Practical wisdom to keep ourselves out of troubles, out of circumstances that will harm our loving kindness. So you can think about, what kind of, things that will harm our loving kindness, that will not support our loving kindness to develop. I think so. There are two levels to this prudence. One is knowing what is proper or appropriate for maintaining loving kindness. So in the description, in the commentaries, we find three examples. Like our speech, our speech can be proper or appropriate for maintaining our loving kindness. and our physical environment can be appropriate or proper for maintaining loving kindness. Our friends and people who we are usually with. So these three things are given as an example, that the conditions, that factors that will support maintaining our loving kindness. So nipoko means being prudent is choosing the speech, the way we speak, with whom we are speaking, the way we speak as a way to support our loving kindness, and creating an environment in our living spaces that will support this loving kindness. And also, company means that that we had to be prudent in selecting our close friends, and who are the people who will support our loving kindness. And it doesn't mean that we should avoid people. We should be friendly to everyone. But when we are making a true friend, companionship, when you're creating a companionship, we really have to be prudent. So one is knowing what is appropriate, and second one is knowing what is advantage or supportive or like help us to grow loving kindness. So first one is knowing what is appropriate, and the second one is knowing what is advantageous of maintaining or even developing a loving kindness. What kind of speech, what kind of environment, what kind of company that will help help us to practice. And for example, when we come to the first one, in my I try to like as a way to support my loving kindness, I have my own discipline not to sometimes not to listen to news in the morning hours. So that doesn't mean that I like to be informed, but I try not to listen to news in the morning hours, because the early morning we practice our loving kindness meditation and we create such a calm, mind of freedom, and then directing loving kindness to everyone. And I try to maintain that state, at least in the morning hours, without sometimes news are important. Some news can help you to practice love and practice compassion when you hear about suffering happening around the world. But most of the time it can disturb our mind. So creating so I try to avoid listening to news in the morning hours. And if I find a friend who is always bringing out things that are if a friend who's always criticizing someone, criticizing everything, and creating like a negative environment, I try to limit my conversation and not indulge in it. So you can think about your own life. Being nipoko is being prudent in selecting which kind of speech, which kind of environment, which kind of people will help you support your loving kindness, and which will not help you and support your loving kindness, and being prudent in choosing the things that will support your loving kindness. So you can think about your own life, what kind of situation, what kind of environment, what kind of places that you visit that may harm your loving kindness. And what kind of news media, what kind of social media that will not support to practice your loving kindness. So we have to be very prudent in selecting those things. That is what we mean by nipoko. The other part of being nipoko is also using our wisdom not to be misused by others because of our loving kindness. I think so that will be other aspect of being nipoko, being we are loving and kind and compassionate, but at the same time we are also very prudent and wise. We are not letting other people to simply make use of that, and we stand for our values. So I think that is the other part of nipoko. Loving kindness has to be balanced with wisdom all the time. Otherwise, it will be very it will not be able to maintain loving kindness. So it's balancing the loving kindness with practical wisdom. I think in this case, the famous story, the snake, would be appropriate a story to help us to understand how we have to be wise when we practice loving, and not simply being always loving and kind, but also has to be wise. Does anyone remember the story of the snake? No? But we have told that story many times, right?
Yeah.
I think maybe Jessica may remember that.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Would you mind sharing that?
Is it about the snake who, is he mean at first? Like there's like little kids picking on him or something, right? So little kids picking on him. And then all I know is that he goes from being a normal snake and he'll bite or snap, and then he learns to be kind, but then he ends up getting hurt because he was too kind, and he let someone hurt him instead of hissing. And then the master said, "I never told you couldn't hiss," right? That's all I can remember.
Oh, that's all. Okay.
Is that the wrong snake story?
How
You got me,
we
yeah.
connected?
It took me a bit.
Thank you, Jessica. Yes, I think you are correct. This is hypothetical story, but it has a very important message. And this snake was living in the forest, and was impressed by a sage, an ascetic, sage who is practicing meditation and loving kindness. So he was very impressed, as Jessica said, and then he went to this master, this sage, and said, "I would also like to practice loving kindness." So the sage advised him, "Okay, in that case, you cannot kill any living beings, and we cannot, you cannot be, violent or aggressive." So it started kind of life. He only ate, dead animals, and and try to not to hurt anyone. So, and he was living that kind of life. And then what happened one day, there was an old lady who came to collect firewood from the forest. So she was collecting the firewood, and she was quite old, and her eyesight is not that good, but she collected all the firewood and and put them in together. So she was looking for something to tie that firewood, and so she can carry it home. So when she was looking for some rope or some creep or something that she can use, that she happened to see this snake, and was practicing loving kindness, not hurting or anyone. So, but she didn't realize it's a snake. So she simply dragged it, and being loving and kind, it happened to be a cobra actually, and he was just very he was very he's not acting anyway. So she thought that it's really a rope. She took it and then used the snake to tie that whole the bundle of firewood, and even create a knot. While she was doing all these things, it was so painful, so hurtful to this cobra, but remembering the advice given by the sage, and he didn't do anything. So after she tied it with the snake, and she carried that firewood to home, and then of course untied. And then by that time his vertebrae, so his bones are partly broken, and bruises, all these things, and he even cannot move very fast. And then it started after she released him, and it was simply moving to the forest with all the bruises. And now he's thinking that, oh, this is what happened to me when I practiced loving kindness. And so he went back to the sage, after taking many hours slowly moving, and says, "Sage, look at me. So this is what happened to me when I practiced loving kindness." And then the sage told him that in order to practice loving kindness, we had to have some wisdom. And you have practiced foolishness, not really loving kindness. because whenever that lady was dragging you, you could have hissed and showed your hood, showing that you are a cobra. If you did that, the lady will never use you as a rope. So you haven't used your wisdom, your prudence, your wisdom, your practical wisdom, and you have to learn to hiss without poisoning. That is the difficult part, but we can all try to practice that. To hiss without poisoning. I mean, showing that that your own values, your what you stand for, but not really hurting or harming others. So the sage advised the cobra, next time if anyone is going to make use of you, just hiss and show that you are a cobra, and they will never touch you. So yeah, and that is the story. I think that's a very appropriate story for our quality today, being nipako, being prudent. So in order to practice loving kindness, we really have to have practical wisdom, prudence, discreet, and judicious in selecting places, people, and then which is supportive of loving kindness, but at the same time, with maintaining that wisdom not to let people make use of you. Okay, so that has been nipako. Okay, yeah, thank you, Jesse. Did you remember that old lady in the part of the story?
I don't remember the old lady for some reason. I thought he was beat up by kids. I don't know why.
So Bhante, I think it is better if we can show how ladies are carrying pile of woods, keeping them their own head, because
Oh
they
yeah,
are family.
I was trying to find things, Bhante, but I could not. Yes. Yeah, and usually, I mean, in the ancient time, people use, firewood, cook and everything. Even, of course, today, the heat, use the firewood, right? So people go to forest and take broken branches of the trees and collect them and pile them together and create a bundle. And they will use some creeper, some rope to tie them and then carry it on their shoulder or head to home. So that old lady used that snake, that cobra to tie. So sometimes when you are kind and nice, people will come to use you as a rope to tie. Then just show that I'm a cobra. That means I have my own values. So, but I can be loving and kind, but I also have wisdom that you cannot make use of me, and you can, yeah. So that's been nipako. But at the same time, also choosing and creating an environment that will support our loving kindness. I think one thing I like, so there is a nice quote in your hallway saying that loving kindness is the language that a blind can see, a deaf can hear. I think it's from Henry Ford. I think, if I'm not wrong. So I like to have that quote in my room, so that every day I will see it. The loving kindness is the language that even deaf can hear. Loving kindness is the vision that even a blind can see. So having such a statement, so this is how being nipako, like being prudent, creating an environment that you will maintain this loving kindness. So you think about what changes you can do to your room, at your home. Having a kind of supporting environment that will help you to maintain loving kindness. Any thoughts or comments or questions?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
Please turn to this side.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, so I have a question. When I'm thinking about nipako and I'm thinking about potentially leaving environments that are not conducive to loving kindness, I'm thinking about responsibility. And also a question I think I had when you
taught one of the other words, which was I think apakicho, something like that.
Yes, less work.
Um,
Yeah, less work.
yeah, which is when I'm thinking about the things to leave, I'm often thinking about positions that potentially have large responsibility, where you have both the opportunity to affect things in potentially a good way, but also the cost of lots of stress and potentially having to battle with other forces that are less than kind. And this is a tension that I feel in my life and like a question that I have. And I often think about pulling away. And I'm wondering, I guess within Nipako, within the discernment, there's the choosing, right?
Yes.
But I'm wondering, maybe how to make that decision, or if I am leaving something, what is the story that I tell myself to leave it? Is somebody else going to come and take this position that maybe has the strength to do this, or are these not the sorts of things that you need to do in order to make the world better? I think there's a tension here between being idle and having space and time to meditate and to take care of yourself, and and the other side, which is to fight and to try to change things. So I don't know if this is a question, but I feel that tension at least. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for it's a great question and great valid point, because this sounds like avoidance, right? In many cases, I think this is where we really need to, like come to a deep understanding that it's not always like avoiding people, avoiding situations, and we just try to like if that's going to happen, we will not be able to like live in the society. And so of course not everything will be conducive for of our loving kindness, but as you correctly mentioned, sometimes we have to take the risk, we have to take the challenge or responsibility even to change the situation and people. So how to find this nice balance? I think so. Let's say if you have such a challenging work to do in your job, for example, and so then in order for you to have enough energy to handle them, to maintain your sanity, maintain your loving kindness, no matter what you have to do, you have to make sure that you have enough supporting environment in other areas in your life. You cannot have many battles at the same time. Yeah. So that's why the Nipako is been choosing, like if you have really challenging work to do in the workplace, then make sure that your social life, that you have supporting environment, that will help you, give you enough energy to do the work. So I think the Nipako will say that choose battle carefully and not to have many battles at the same time. Yeah. So, I mean, of course, in life, we have to be responsible. We have to, we cannot avoid everything, and we have to be impactful, but we have to do it very, a balanced way, that we have to have enough resources within us to help others. It's just like, putting, we have to have the oxygen mask first before we help others, right? So I think, so maybe, choosing, okay, I'm ready to face this challenge. Maybe within your family we have a really challenge to solve. So in that case, not to have challenging job on the top of that. If we have a challenging job, and make sure that your other environment is supporting you.
Thank you. Okay, Bhante. So let's conclude our discussion because time is running out now. So
yes, Bhante.
Okay. Thank you very much, Bhante, for sharing a wonderful speech. Okay. So then we will move to the other part of the session. Please turn to page number 14 of your page of your book. Transference of merits. We will transfer merits, the merits that we acquired with our departed relatives, whoever departed relatives who have done many things for the progress of our life, for the well-being of our life. Just think about them and share the merits with them. May our relative share our goodness, may they also be happy and rejoice our goodness. Idam me ñātinang hotu sukhita hontu ñātayo. Idam me ñātinang hotu sukhita hontu ñātayo. Idam me ñātinang hotu sukhita hontu ñātayo. Transference of merits to all the sentient beings, all the beings who ever accept and able to share our merits, may they do so. Intavata ca amhi sambadang punya sampadang sabbe deva anumodantu sabbe sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabbe sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabbe sampatti siddhya. Wish for the well-being of the world in English. May the weather be pleasing. May the people prosper in their lives. May there be peace and happiness in the world. May the rulers be righteous. May all those who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are in fear be free from fear. May all those who are in grief be free from grief. May all beings be well and happy. Aspiration. May this wholesome act quicken the liberation of my mind from mental defilements. By virtue of this wholesome act, may I never follow the unwise people. May I associate with good people until I attain Nibbana. Purification. If by body, speech or mind I have carelessly done wrong, I acknowledge them all in front of the Tathagata of great wisdom and determine to be faithful. This is the time to have blessing service. We are going to chant Discourse of Loving Kindness. We will chant this sutra uttered by Buddha with great compassion for all living beings. We wish that may you all receive the blessings of the great compassion of the Buddha. With these blessings, may you all be well, happy, receive good health and healing. And also you may recall to your mind whoever you want to share these blessings with, your family members, relatives, friends, people who are sick, and recall them to your mind and share these blessings with them too. May all of you receive these blessings. May all of you be well, happy and peaceful. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Karaniya manta kusalena yantang santang padang abhisaminche sanko ujuche sujuche chanse mudu anatimani santunse koche subaroche ampakinchoche sallahuka bunti santindriyoche nipakoche ampagambo
කුලේසු අනනුගින්දෝ නචකුද්දං සමාචරේ කිංචියේන විඤ්ඤෝ පරේ උපවදෙය්‍යං සුඛිනෝ වාකේමිනෝ හොන්තු සම්බේ සත්තා භවන්තු සුඛිතන්තා ඒකේචිපාන භූතන්ති තසවාතාවරාවා අනවසේසා දීගාවායේ මහන්තාවා මංජිමාරංස කානුක තුලාදිත්තාවායේව අබ්දිත්තා ඒච දුරේ වසන්ති අවිදුරේ භූතාවා සම්භවේසීවා සම්බේ සත්තා භවන්තු සුඛිතන්තාන පරෝ පරන්නිකුම්බේත නාති මඤ්ඤේත කන්ත චිනං කංචි ව්‍යාරෝසනා පටික සංඥානාඤ්ඤ මඤ්ඤස්ස දුක්ඛ මිච්ඡේය මාතා යතා නියම් පුත්තං ආයුසා ඒක පුත්ත මනුරංකේ එවම්පි සම්බ භූතේසු මාන සංභාවයේ අපරිමාණං මෙත්තං ච සම්බ ලෝකස්මින් මාන සංභාවයේ අපරිමාණං උද්ධං අදෝච තිරියං ච අසම්පාදං අවේරං අසපත්තං තිත්තං චරං නිසින්නෝ වාසයානෝ යාවතංස විගත මින්දෝ ඒතං සතින් අදිට්ඨේය බ්‍රහ්මමේතං විහාරං ඉදමාහෝ දිට්ඨිංච අනුපගම්ම සීලවා දස්සනේන සම්පන්නෝ කාමේසු විනේයගේ දං නයි ජාතු ගම්බසෙයං පුනරේති ඒතේන සංච වංජේන සොන්ති තේ හෝතු සම්බදා ඒතේන සංච වංජේන සම්බරෝගෝ විනස්සතු ඒතේන සංච වංජේන හෝතු තේ ජය මංගලං සම්බීතියෝ විවජ්ජන්තු සම්බරෝගෝ විනංසතු මාතේ පවත්වන්තරායෝ සුඛී දීඝායුකෝ භව භවතු සම්බ මංගලං රක්ඛන්තු සම්බ දේවතා සම්බ බුද්ධානුභාවේන සදා සොන්ති භවන්තු තේ භවතු සම්බ මංගලං රක්ඛන්තු සම්බ දේවතා සම්බ ධම්මානුභාවේන සදා සොන්ති භවන්තු තේ භවතු සම්බ මංගලං රක්ඛන්තු සම්බ දේවතා සම්බ සංඝානුභාවේන සදා සොන්ති භවන්තු තේ.
Let us spend a moment of reflection. Reflect your own good deeds, kind deeds done today, yesterday, day before yesterday, whenever you have done whatever kind deeds in which you helped someone during last few days, few seconds. Let us rejoice those kind deeds. Please repeat after me. On this day, or in the past, if I have done kind deeds to other beings, with my body, speech or mind, whether great or little, here before the Buddha, I call to mind those kind deeds and let my heart rejoice. I rejoice in those kind deeds, appreciating the opportunity to be helpful to others. I rejoice in those kind deeds, wishing more opportunities to practice compassion. I rejoice in those kind deeds, resolving not to compare myself with others. I rejoice in those kind deeds and gladly share this joy with all beings everywhere. May my kind deeds relieve the burdens of other beings. May my kind deeds shield me from all dangers and pain. May my kind deeds and merits that come from them help me in freeing my heart. Now recall your mind a kind deed done by someone else, whether to you or others. If somebody gave you something, if somebody was there to listen to you, if somebody showed some kindness, compassion towards you, even a simple short moment, recall those moments. Let us rejoice. On this day, or in the past, if I have seen or heard of the kind deeds done by others, with their body, speech, or mind, whether great or little, here before the Buddha, I call to mind those kind deeds and let my heart rejoice. I rejoice in the goodness of others, being always ready to praise kind people and follow their example. I rejoice in the goodness of others, appreciating that there are many good-hearted people in the world. I rejoice in the goodness of others, expressing gratitude for any kindness done. May the kindness of others bring safety and happiness to many living beings. May the kind deeds of others foster gratitude and fellowship among many living beings. May the kind deeds of others nurture goodness in me and many living beings. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay, Bante, so we missed you because I know that you are going to celebrate your birthday within few days. So we take this opportunity to wish him happy birthday, Bante.
Thank you very much, Bante. Thank you.
Exactly on that.
Yeah, I'll be going back to Sri Lanka tonight, so I'll be in Sri Lanka on my birthday. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. It was so nice to see you all. I'm so happy to see all of you, and then I wish you a Merry Christmas and have a very good time with your family and friends. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Thank you,
Yeah.
everyone.
Nice to see you. Nice to see you all, Jesse. And I can see Jesse. I can see Michael, and then Adam. And then, can you remind me the names of other two?
I'm Tim.
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 Chrissy.
And there's one other friend is sitting. You cannot see the camera. You can see him. Yeah.
And Tim, who is sitting next to you, Tim?
He's there.
This is Chrissy.
Chrissy.
Chrissy. And Keith. Keith is over there.
Who?
Keith. He's
Keith. Okay.
please come, Keith. Come to the camera if you want to see.
Yes. Yeah.
Wait.
Okay.
Okay.
Good night, everyone. I look forward to see you again.